COVID-19 has caused so much pain and frustration and anxiety in so many of our lives. Is there a little tool that we can use that could help us not just survive, but actually thrive throughout all this? I believe the answer is yes, and that's what I want to share with you today. But first, I want to welcome you all to Inspiring Hope. This is your weekly boost of uplifting Jewish inspiration. I'm Rabbi Tzvi Sytner, and on behalf of H.com and the Village Shul, I want to thank you all for listening. I also want to thank today's sponsors. Today is sponsored by Friends of Lisa Greenberg from New York, Michael, Nina, Cynthia, Leora, Karen, Nadine, and David, who are sponsoring in memory of your dad, Lisa. May his soul be uplifted. As well as by Aaron Rosen, who's sponsoring in memory of his mom, who has yahrzeit this week. May her neshama have an aliyah as well. Our last sponsor today is by Sam Strasser, who is sponsoring in honor of his sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Lauren. So I want to share a story with you. A couple of years ago when I was living in New York, I got a call from a major philanthropist. And he asked to meet with me. I had no idea what it was about. We sit down and he starts to talk. And it becomes clear right in the beginning that there was something on his mind that was really bothering him. He begins to tell me a heart-wrenching story. There was someone in his life that was trying to make his life miserable. And he begins to clench his teeth and his eyes are welling up with tears as he tells me this story. And he gets angry and I see he's furious. And at one point I stopped him. I said, "Mike, what's bothering you most?" He says, "What's bothering me most? What's bothering me most?" He says, "What's bothering me most is that here I am. I've dedicated my life to building shuls and schools and hospitals. And this is what I get in return?" He says, "I don't deserve this. This isn't fair." And he was mad. And I said to him, "Okay, what else is going on?" He says, "I'll tell you what else I'm angry about." He said, "No matter what I can do, no matter what I've tried, I can't stop this person. And I know that there's nothing I can do about it. And the fact that this is totally out of control, it is absolutely killing me. The fact that I can't do anything about this." So I looked at him, I said, "Mike, you're getting angry, frustrated, anxious over something that's totally out of your control?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "You're telling me you're fighting something that you know you can't do anything about?" And he said, "Yeah, I guess I am." And I could see he kind of had that realization that he was getting angry, anxious, frustrated about something that he knew he couldn't control. And I looked at him, I said, "Mike, there's one thing you're missing here. And that's acceptance. This is happening to you. You could either fight it or accept it." I share this story with you because over the last 6-7 weeks, our lives have turned upside down. So much of what's happened in the world has happened completely out of our control. It's happening to us. I mean, look at this virus and suddenly we're quarantined and maybe you've been laid off from your job or the economy's coming down, your business is failing. Maybe suddenly you're locked in your house with your spouse and you're fighting all the time with your spouse or with your kids. So much of what's happening has totally flipped our world upside down. But much of what's happening in our lives is happening to us. And so much of it we can't even control. And I think the one piece that so many of us are missing is accepting the things that we can't do anything about. You see, when we fight all the things that are out of our control, when we fight the parts of life that are happening to us, we cause all this extra layer of anxiety and frustration and anger. But when we choose acceptance, we suddenly think differently. Yes, you know what? I accept it. I have been laid off. Enough anger, enough frustration, enough getting upset about that. That's done. Now, what's next? What doors are going to open for me? Maybe this is the beginning of something big. Maybe my life is about to change. Maybe there's going to be a new business opportunity for me. Yeah, you know what? I am stuck at home. And you know what? I don't have the best relationship with my spouse. But maybe this is an opportunity. Maybe it's an opportunity to start building that relationship. So how do we do it? How do we go from a place of fighting the things we can't control to acceptance? You know, as Jewish people, our greatest statement of faith is Shema. It's the phrase we say every single day, the prayer we say every day, that we believe that there's a God who's running this world, and there's a bigger picture. And there's been a yesterday, and there is a today, and there will be a tomorrow. And how do we say that? With our eyes closed. When it's total darkness, when I can't see the future, we make that statement anyway. Because we believe the same way God created this world, He can change this world. The same way He's running this massive universe, the same way He runs this massive world, if He can do that, then He can change my world. I want you to try it. I invite you to try it. Instead of fighting the things you can't control, try to accept it. And then begin to think, now what does the future hold? Go start seeing the doors that are going to open up for you. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. God runs this world. Don't fight the things that you can't control. Begin to see a bright future that's right ahead of you. I want to thank you all for listening. I want to invite you, send me an email, sponsor an upcoming shiur or episode, hope@h.com. That's the email. Looking forward to next time.